What's good people? You are right where you're supposed to be. This is the big picture. I am Mario Cordell along with D Lake,
Yo.
Moski, and J Hugh.
What
And
happened?
if you can't tell by how 3/4 of the crew is dressed today, we're gonna do a little Black history today. Mo's doing some Michigan history today, but I mean it's still history. Detroit's a really black city, so it all works out. So fellas, where do we start with this? Let's go. Like Black history, what does that mean to y'all when we talk about Black history?
I hate black history. I hate that saying.
Oh yeah,
Our history is American history
exactly.
to start off.
Exactly.
So that's just how I feel about it. It's U.S. history. It's U.S. history. It's not just black. It's black, white, everybody.
Exactly.
So it's U.S. history first of all.
Yeah, we were definitely very influential. To me, it means a lot just because, like I know my mom and my grandma, they grew up through like civil rights and things of that nature, and they sacrificed a lot for me to even be in this position right now. So I think it's bogus. It's February being the shortest month in the whole year. But I don't want to get too political and deep and Illuminati-ish for y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand what it's really about. It's about our people, and what we have accomplished, what we have brought to America and just to the world. And I think that's a good way good time to shed light and be positive as a people.
I haven't been to school in years, so I'm not sure what they teaching. Is Martin Luther King still relevant?
Still,
Is Sir Jonah
that's
Truth still
majority of
relevant?
it.
The basis is relevant. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X not even relevant in school anymore. It's all the so-called good ones. You know what I'm saying? And my question to you guys is, do you think they should talk about the more militant, or should you teach your child, if you got, children, about the Huey P. Newtons and the Nat Turners? Because I teach my daughter about them guys right there.
I think it should be taught in schools the same way they teach us about all of the cultures and who they bad people was. We learned about Hitler, so he was quote unquote bad, but he had his reasons. I'm not gonna go down that way, but I think it's good to learn about like you said, like Huey P, like Black Wall Street. Like, I think that's one thing that really needs to be taught in school, because I feel a lot of our youth don't think we can have anything unless we're rapping, we're hooping, or we're doing some Instagram modeling, something like that. We don't think we can build businesses. We don't think we can build our own economy. We don't think we can fix our own problems ourselves. And I think that's something that's a big thing. I think if we learn as a people that, one, we did build a whole ecosystem ourselves, and then they literally burned it down. But that's just to show the power that what we're able to do, and that fear that can bring into people.
And John Legend's supposed to do a movie about that.
That'd be dope.
The Black Wall Street.
I'd definitely go. I'd definitely go see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can go with you with that hat on, but you know what I'm saying. I might let you slide. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Hey, in Michigan, Battle Creek Central High School, we had Black history taught to us all year round. We had a Black history class. Mr. LG Towns was the teacher, and we watched everything from Roots to Sparkle. Anything black cinema was in our classroom all year round. So much love to the Michigan school system.
I love how they let y'all get away with watching Sparkle in school.
Right. From Black
We just gonna watch Sparkle, like Dolomite. Y'all watch
point.
all of them. I love it.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Go Buckeyes, man.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
just had to slide that one in there, man.
You just making it easy.
Just
for
right
me,
next to him,
feel
just
me?
slid
Like,
the nice
I didn't say anything. I just let it go.
So, fellas, let me ask this question. So, in this day and age, being 2019 now, do we still have a need for Black History Month? Like, what do y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel about that?
Definitely, because it's a shame, because a lot of young black kids still don't know, and that's
right.
And that's partly on the school, but it's mostly in-house.
That's like, okay.
And that's why
lab on that.
When as far as me in my house and my daughter, she has a book fair. I try to go to the school and help her pick out certain books. She just picked out a book about Coretta Scott King.
Okay.
She is infatuated with Martin Luther King. So we got her on that, and of course the Obamas. We got her on that path of loving her blackness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Embracing her blackness. And I don't put it on the school, but like you said, y'all had a year round. I believe because it's U.S. history, it's our history,
Right.
but it's a part of U.S. history. It shouldn't be February where
Right.
y'all trot out pictures and books and this and that for 28 days and then put it back in the closet.
And then back to the
You know what I'm
norm.
saying? Back to the norm.
And that's why I feel we shouldn't have it. We should just incorporate it with our history. It should be something that's taught on the normal. It shouldn't be any separate. Whenever we're going through the whole history of America, we shouldn't have to come back just because it's black people now. Then the Hispanics, and then you're gonna have let me stop before I say the wrong thing. But everybody gonna want to have their own day, their own time of the light. When it should is, it's the whole thing about America is about the differences of everybody. That's why it's a big melting pot of the world. So I think we need to. It shouldn't be separated, almost making it seem like it's lesser than.
Right.
It's kind of devaluing what it is and what we have done and what we contribute to society.
Right. To piggyback off Hugh, the reason why I asked that question, we got to think back, when Carter G. Woodson came up with Black History Week, and then it grew from the week to a month, the idea was for it to continue to grow. So, eventually we should be at the point where it's not just, okay, it's February, let's bring out the black book and let's go talk about these black people, and then March comes and let's go back to talking about the Mesopotamians. Like, it's cool, but it's not cool because the idea was, hey, we're not talking about it at all. Let's give it a week. Okay, we're giving it a week. Now let's give it 4 weeks. The idea was we were supposed to be at 52 weeks by now. So at this point, who is that on? Who dropped the ball there? Because I have a deeper question that's going to go from there. So I want to ask y'all that because I'm hearing, with D-Leg saying it should be taught at home. Definitely. Like, that's one of those things, like, growing up with my parents, my pops was in the movement. Like, my parents were college-age kids around the height of the civil rights movement. So they were pretty much, right there. And being from Atlanta, I pretty much heard the stories of how the counter sit-ins were and how the, Panther rallies were here. And, my dad used to hang out with, I'm forgetting names right now. John Lewis and Hosea Williams. Okay. Like, he's still close to Hosea Williams' daughter to this day. So it's like, being around that, I didn't need my school system to teach me that. You know what I mean? It was like I had it because it was every day.
I think in this day and age, the power of social media, as crazy as it is, it also is a good platform to carry on the Black History message.
Right.
When somebody posts something and it's knowledge to the masses, people gonna share it.
Right.
And that platform is helpful to me,
right?
Because it can school us on stuff that we never knew about. That Jack Daniels was originally created by a black man,
right?
And the Black Wall Street story. These are stories that are being brought about by somebody that's simply posting it. So, like you said, if it's not taught in the school system, I think Twitter, Facebook can be a good tool.
It can, but even in that, just to kind of play devil's advocate a bit, how many times have we been on Facebook during Black History Month and we see the made up Black History memes? It's kind of funny because I look forward to them. It's wrong to say, but I look forward to these stupid made up memes of like Tamika Jenkins and how she was the first person to say, "You bet not go and do this." We see those.
Right.
So it's like, in a sense, we're making them. I like the parody of the history, but we're making a mockery of our own history, and you only see it during that time. So, kind of to come back to my original question, who dropped the ball? Because somebody dropped the ball.
So to the who dropped the ball. This is my philosophy on it, because like you were saying earlier, and kind of what I touched on, our parents grew up in the civil rights.
Right.
So, but then the next generation of them, they didn't really. I feel they didn't have anything to fight for.
Right.
As far as like they felt like it was we're good. We're living the dream. We actually we can live over there if we want to. We can do X, Y, Z, just like the white folks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can do the same thing. So I felt like the desire for that drive has fallen until recent years with this new presidential election and all of that, and everybody coming out the woodworks with their tiki torches.
Right, the tiki
You
torches
know what
and
I'm
the
saying?
khakis,
Showing their real colors. So now it's the whole little woke thing. Like, I don't like the new woke thing. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
We might
there.
touch on that.
I appreciate the effort, but you've been too late.
Right.
I'm not going. But it's still going in the right direction. But now it's people got to re-pick their side now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stand firm and know what it is, who you are, and what this America, what it's always been. It's never changed.
Right.
It's only the years changed. It's nothing new.
Right. And D-Lake was chomping at the bit. Go ahead.
And what both of you guys said, it was a comfortable. We got comfortable.
Right.
We saw grandparents and great grandparents beat dogs, sick on them, and everything, and they fought, and got us right where we thought we needed to be, and when we got there, we got comfortable. So as it went on, we just stayed at that level. We stayed there, and now social media has really heightened it. But only thing happened is it came to the light. It's 60s, 70s, 80s, same story, different
that
years.
wasn't that long ago.
And that's what I'm saying.
Not that long ago.
So when I say it, I definitely believe we dropped the ball. You started out with a week.
Right.
You got to a month. And we stopped. We was happy with that month. Instead of heightening it where this is too big for February, it's too big for March, it's too big for this month. We just have to. We can fight it. We can do it. We can put it in schools. We can teach our own. We can do whatever we need to do. It's just we have this sense of comfortability in America as black people that I do not understand, and I don't understand it.
Right.
If in my how I look at it, I look at it as it's like a Willie Lynch type of deal, to where once you've given this a much of freedom,
right?
You that's good. That's what you know. Like, if I give you this house, I let you know that if you go to the school and you work, do blah 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 X Y Z, you're gonna have this type of life. You're gonna accept that. Not a lot of people want to strive to get more of as much as they can. You know what I mean? A lot of people just want to get by, and that's just any race. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot with it's disheartening when it's with black people, because especially when you just have a little awareness of self and who you are, where you come from, and just understand like what you can achieve. But I can't force nobody to want to do that. Like, that's why I'm kind of mad about the whole wokeness now, because they're trying to force people to be woke. Yeah. But this is not new information. Yeah. This is not like, no, you just found out about it, my guy. This isn't new. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you showed up to the party.
Welcome to the party, right?
After you smoked you a little weed now. Oh, it was bad in high school when I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to smoke with me now. Now I'm all extra. I'm all done with it. Y'all want to come show up to the party talking about where the weed at. I'm like, I'm done with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? You over here, I was doing that 20 years ago. Look what you doing. But, to each his own. Everybody get it when they get it. You know what I mean? You can't. You can't force it on nobody. But it's still you ain't frustrated. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you cool with this?
Frustrates me every day.
What do you think about the voting aspect of, what our parents and grandparents fought for, and we know the importance of voting, and then to see past elections, votes getting hid under the desk and everything, is it discouraging?
I'm gonna go last on that one because I got a lot, so I'm gonna go last. I'm
it's very discouraging when, like you said, in the day of social media, you can go on there and see. I don't want to call him an idiot. I don't want to call him stupid, but an informed person talk about what voting won't do for you instead of what it will do for you. So, in order for you won't even try. You just quit. I ain't voting. It's a scam. They gonna let who win. Who? I'm like, try and make a change.
And those be the main people popping off about what's going on in the world.
And then as soon as something happened, you the first one. Oh, they still out here killing innocent. But What you want them to do when you giving them the free reign to do what they want to do? But then the next election come around, I ain't voting for nobody. It's a scam. All of them out for money and all. Try.
Yeah.
If you don't try, what change can you make?
I'll go ahead and be devil's advocate because it's gonna be easy for me. Because me personally, I don't believe in the system. I believe there's power in the vote, but I believe there's more power in our dollar and more power in our money.
That's true.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that upsets me about it. Like I don't personally, I believe in voting, but I don't believe in voting on the lesser two evils. Why can I actually have a good candidate? Why can I actually get somebody who's going to do something for me in there? That's my biggest thing. Like so, I'm not an advocate for promote voting, but I also don't discourage people from doing that because that's my belief. That's how I feel. It's like I'm not gonna force anybody to believe in a certain religion or whatever. It's what you choose to do. But I feel it's most important for us as a people to understand our buying dollar and how that controls a lot of the politics as well. A lot of people just think you go in there vote for the president just because Obama's in the office. It was supposed to be all over. No, just because X, Y, whatever. Like it's a lot of. There's more that goes into it than just doing that. I feel my part is making sure my daily life, how I operate, is going to affect my fellow brothers to at least have them see life a different way so they can move about it differently. I still don't believe in the system. I know it ain't built for us. I know it's never going to be for us. I feel it's nothing. The changes that we want to see through the voting process will not happen in our lifetime. That's what I personally believe. But I understand the belief, and you still got to fight for it. You know what I mean? I'm not giving up hope.
Stand for something.
But my main thing is more of where my money going. You know what I'm saying? I try not to go to no Walmarts and all these a lot of bigger little chains or whatever. I try to support a lot of local businesses and things of that nature to help it and the other communities to help that grow that way. I try to donate and do what I can when I can. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I don't believe in the system. It's because as a history, look at the history, it ain't never done that for our people. Never. So I'm not going to wake up and think by tomorrow it's going to change. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean?
Now, to piggyback on the power of the dollar, you see the younger generation doing the protests like the old schoolers and everything. Right. Do you think the 2019 protest is as effective as the 1969 protests?
No, not even close.
Because another reason why, because they did that with their money too.
They did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They stopped a bus boycott. We're not riding your buses at all.
Ever. People
you know
carpool
at
and
all.
walking.
It don't matter. It was a different type of unity.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's cool to show up to the rally, take a selfie,
right,
and pop that mess online with your false information,
right,
with your hotep hashtag.
Oh
you know
man,
what I'm saying? You only do all that little game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they all do that, but it's a lot of them that do that. Even though those people that did that back in the day, they just didn't have the social media. You know what I mean? So it's not like, but I feel a lot more people are. It's for show now. A lot of people, they're just trying to be cool. They're just trying to be in the in crowd. They don't really know what they want to do with their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's not born to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Or have that kind of fight. A lot of people need to be told what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
To piggyback, pretty much to piggyback off everyone but Ralph, what he was talking about. I call him the hashtag activist now. So it's like, the hashtag activist. You go online and you see, you weren't at the protest, but you went and made your profile picture black because Facebook told you we all going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Or, something happened in France and you went and put the France flag in your profile picture because Facebook told you to do this. The thing is, it's like people have turned activism into a trend, and that's what's taking the venom out of the snake, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it doesn't have the effectiveness of what it had in the 50s and 60s because it wasn't, it wasn't to look cool back then.
Right.
It was because I was tired of not being able to sit at this lunch counter and eat. I was tired of having to go to the back of this bus when a white person needed to sit down. I was tired of drinking out of this dirty water fountain. And, I got a story about that, but we're going to run on time. It's a true story about my mom and when she first went to the city as a child and saw a colored water fountain. And, even then as a child, she was like, yeah, this ain't right. But to kind of go off of what he was saying and talk a little bit about voting. The problem with us as a people, to a degree, and my wife says this all the time with her being a lawyer and running a nonprofit, we look at the national level and expect it to help us at a local level, opposed to looking at what's around us and voting for that. Like, people go vote in these, national elections and these primaries and these general elections at a national level for president because it's what's talked about the most. But we're not voting for our county sheriff. We're not voting for our local judges. We're not voting for, our state secretaries, which in Georgia, if more people voted for that, we probably would have had our first black female governor. So it's the problem isn't that the vote doesn't count. We're kind of throwing the vote in the wrong place. We're aiming at the wrong basket, so to speak. So
throwing it on the ground.
Right. So when these people come up and these matters come up and these local issues happen, like, for example, if someone's being beat by the police, okay, the president should say something, that's cool, but what is that county sheriff saying about that? Because that's an elected position. Like, his job should be on the line too. The district attorney that's sending people to jail for, 1.5, less than illegal, for a seed of marijuana. The district attorney that's sending that person to jail for 20 years, that's an elected position. So we need to look more at the local level. So the same way we support the community with our money, we have to support the community that way with our vote. So go ahead.
One more
finish
thing
your point, bro.
before we go. You said the black dollar. We all talking about
right.
votes. Don't that go hand in hand?
To a degree.
And the reason I say that is because we don't value our black dollars just like we don't value the vote. We don't value our black dollars like we don't value the vote. And I said that because, like you said, the local level.
Right.
If we knew how strong the black race really was in America, we think we know, but we don't, because we have not yet came together and tried to do anything. The black dollar and the vote go hand in hand. That way, we put our money together and get local people in office using the black dollar. Those people that we get in office locally, the governor, it trickles up instead of trickling down. And the reason is because the black race is always against one another. And I just wanted to say that. I believe they go hand in hand. That's why I believe in the vote. And I also believe in the black dollar, the power of it. And we need to come together to make that one. It should just be black power and not split up, because we all go in a different direction.
That's real. We're going to have to end it right there, fellas. Hey, this was powerful, man. This was powerful. We got to drop the mic on that. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, y'all. Then we got 5 more minutes coming right back after this. This is The Big Picture.
What's up, people? It's Moski here with 5 more minutes. And in this segment, I tend to talk about something that is on social media / pop culture. And what I want to talk about in the vein of Black History Month is this stupid trend of the little white kids painting themselves in blackface. We have seen this over and over and over and over again. If you, those that don't know what blackface is, it was as an entertainment put on by white folks back in the 50s and 40s to make a mockery of the black culture. And nothing has changed in 2019. And when these college kids at these Halloween parties, frat parties, put their blackface on, they post it on social media, then come out with this poor apology, oh, we're sorry, and we didn't mean to offend the black people. My question to my fellow brothers is this apology accepted in 2019 about the blackface? Do you receive the apology that they are ignorant of this horrible trend that are making a mockery of our people?
Can I cuss?
Now, the show is a TV 14 show, so
no
is the right answer.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Freak no.
You know what I'm saying? Let me put it like this. I was just watching this documentary on Brand Nubian, and they had I can't remember the name of the song, but it's one of their early songs. And in the video, they had a black dude in whiteface.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Doing the whole little depiction. They pulled that video, immediately.
Yeah, MTV.
And that was in
video.
like '93.
Yep, I remember that.
2018. You can catch these hands. I don't care how old you is. I don't care at all.
Word up.
What's gonna happen is all this so-called Halloween and it's a costume stuff gonna make somebody put their foot deep in your tail. That's what's gonna happen.
All the way.
Because you know better. It's everywhere. Especially the ones that's older. Like the lady off the
Megyn
TV.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, you're way too grown for that.
You-
Way too grown for that. My hand's bisexual.
yeah. If somebody was offended by that, you deserve to lose your job. If you offended them enough, you might be.
My thing is the time aspect of it. When you are in your bathroom and you're taking that paint and you're applying it to your face,
Right.
you putting it all over your face. You taking about 30 minutes
And
to
you
put it on your face.
looking in the mirror.
You're looking in the
All
mirror.
in the crevices. You getting all up by the eye and all that. Like
Nothing in your head is telling you hey, something ain't
Nah,
right
you
about
know,
this.
no. You know what you're doing. Like, no, it ain't no. You're not doing that ill will. No, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you came out to do. So you should expect me when I see you what exactly I'm about to do. It shouldn't be no
And
surprise.
no problems. Deeper than
You
that.
know what I'm saying? 2019, guys.
Right. And the thing is, it feels like almost every year you see pictures from some college party where it's another white kid in blackface. What makes you think you're so special?
Right.
What makes you the one that's going to be like, you know what? That was funny.
Is it?
Like, you're the one that's going to be like, yeah, they're going to love this one. No, we're not, bro. Just don't do it.
Is it every year or is it?
It
more
feels like every year.
More
say the
since
the
45 being in office.
I say the past
Oh, no, but it
3-4
happened.
years.
But
44 called it too.
how much more?
No, like, the thing is, people are probably more comfortable with it now and they don't care. But the thing is,
And
it's
that's
been
what I'm
going on
saying.
for years.
I
Like,
know it's been going on for years,
Yeah.
but
Like,
you had like it happened, get on them,
right.
time passed.
Right.
But since the last couple of years,
It's
every
more,
other
it's more
week.
prevalent, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they got, of course, they got their tiki torches now. They got blackface. They got somebody in there.
And
up
I
there.
got my license to carry.
Exactly.
I suggest you get yours too.
So like, they got that freedom now.
I mean, they're a little bit more emboldened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I get
bold,
that.
like-
They're a little bit more emboldened. But, it's just one of those things that it's funny how, like, we've been saying this whole time how some things change, everything stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only difference now is, we're on Snapchat with it,
Right.
opposed to,
Exactly.
no one really seeing it happen.
The moral of the story is if you don't want the black eye, don't put on the black face. Can we get the L's up for the white kids with the black face?
2 L's for that one.
There's a lot of words I will say right now, but in the spirit of black history, I'm going to keep it G.
There we go.
This D Lake with another plus positive moment. We just had a nice talk about Black History Month. I raised my fist because I'm black. I raised my fist because it's black power. I raised my fist because a fist is something that can be very powerful and used. The message today is don't ever let anyone tell you your blackness, your ethnicity is not worth it. Black is beautiful. Black is strong. Black is America. Teach your kids. Walk in it. Live in it. Be in it. Black power. It's been another positive moment. I'm D Lake.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Big Picture. Don't forget to follow us on all social medias at Plus Positivity and also pluspositive.org. See you next time.